All right, what do we have here? On convert a linear equation in standard form to slope-intercept form, which is NKM for the code, check out this craziness over here. They have it all sorts of mixed up. It's not even in standard form. You have a 0 on this side, and all your terms are on the right-hand side of the equation. So we're going to do it very similar to how we did it last time. But let me just review with you how to do that. So step number one, write down your equation, which is 0 equals 7x minus 6y minus 8. And what we are looking for is we're looking for what we call slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So if we want it to look like y equals mx plus b, y equals mx plus b, we want the y term on this side of the equation, the left side. So let's start with that step. Let's go ahead and add 6y. We're doing the opposite. We're going to now put it on the left-hand side of the equation. So cancel it out, and now it's showing up on the left. So it'll be 6y equals. What's left? We have 7x, and we have a minus 8. It's starting to look like our slope-intercept form because the y term is on the left, and we have the slope and the intercept is on the right. So we just need to get rid of this 6. We need to get rid of this 6. So let's divide that out. And then we need to divide every single term on the right, like that. All right, this is gone, leaving us with what? Just the y. And then we have a series of fractions. We have 7/6 x, and we have negative 8/6. Now, if we type this in, we will be incorrect because if you look at the directions, it says, write your answer using integers, proper fractions, and improper fractions in simplest form. We have a couple of even numbers here in this last fraction, which means it will divide by 2. And when you do that, you should get 7/6 x, and negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So let's type in our answer. Our slope is 7/6. Let's get rid of that m and write 7 over 6. And then we have a negative 4/3 for our y-axis intercept. So let's go negative 4/3. Click submit. And let's do one more because these are a little different. So start by writing your problem down. We have 18x on the left minus 16, and we have equals negative 4y. So as I mentioned just a little while ago, you need it to say y equals mx plus b. We call that slope-intercept form. So what is wrong? We have the y way over here, and we want it on the left. I suppose we could keep it over there, but let's just do what we're used to doing. Let's go ahead and let's add 4x to both, or 4y, sorry, to both sides. Add 4y, add 4y. This will get rid of that term on the right-hand side, and we'll put it on the left. One thing I've had a lot of students ask me in the past is, well, can I even do that? Well, you actually can. What's going to happen on the right hand side now is there's going to be a 0. So let's go ahead and rewrite this as 4y plus 18x minus 16, and we are left with 0. Okay? Now, as I said before, what do we want to do? We want to get this thing to look like y equals mx plus b. And we've got some things that do not belong on the left. We have this that doesn't belong on the left. We have the 18x that doesn't belong on the left. and we have a negative 16 that doesn't belong on the left. So let's just do the opposite operations to get rid of them. Remember, we want to always start with our adding and subtracting terms. We want to save the multiplication for the end because it's the reverse of order of operations when you're doing algebra. All right. So what I want the x term on the right. So I'm going to start with that one. So if it's positive 18x, I'm going to do minus 18x on this side, and I'm going to do minus 18x on that side. It's going to cancel that out. It's going to leave me with a 4y and a minus 16 on the left. And now my minus 18x is on the right-hand side of the equation. Let's continue this process. Again, we want the y-intercept on the right-hand side, which is this term. So let's add 16 to both sides. Add 16 to this side. That will get rid of it on the left. Cancel it out. And it will leave you with 4y equals negative 18x and plus 16. It's looking a lot like slope-intercept form to me. We got the y in the right place. We've got the slope in the right place and the y-axis intercept in the right place. We just need to get rid of this 4. We call that a coefficient. Right there. We got to get rid of that. We're going to divide it by 4. Divide this by 4, and we're going to divide this by 4. Okay? So what does that do? That cancels this out, leaving just y on the left. I'm running out of space, so I'm going to write it over here. And then negative 18 fourths x, negative 18x over 4 rather, x over 4, and 16 over 4. Okay, we're almost done. We have to put this in simplest form. We have an even fraction here, so we can divide it by 2 on the top and the bottom. So this will be, and we have an even fraction here. In fact, I'll just do it as 16 divided by 4. That'll be easier. So let's do y equals negative 9 over 2x plus 4. Type in our answer over here. I'm going to put negative 9 halves right here where our slope is. And then to finish this off, I'm just going to put a 4 right there and click submit.